Hello, everybody, and welcome back to KF&JF podcast. Today is a beautiful day out there, and we hope everybody's enjoying their day and having a good entrepreneurial spirit day where you're out there trying to make your business succeed. I'm so happy we have a nice guest on today that is going to share some wonderful stories about what it's like to have a small business and what it takes to maintain a small business. And we're looking forward to this beautiful conversation we're going to have today. But first, I also want to take a minute to thank everybody that's out there, everybody that's been on the podcast, everybody that's been taking this time to subscribe to the podcast. We really do appreciate it here at KF&JF Podcast. One of the things that we want to let you know is our job here is to try to uplift the small community of business owners out there. So when you come on our show or when you subscribe to our show, it helps us all out. And also, when you go to joybeloved.com and do any purchases there, it helps us to be able to maintain this show and help us to be able to get out there and get to these entrepreneurs and bring them on so they can let you know some of the things that they're doing. And that's important to all of us as we try to work to build a better community. But I know I've talked enough at this point, and I do want to really just say thank you. But I'm going to pass it over to my co host, Rosat.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rosat. I am the CEO and founder of United Minority Business Ventures. My purpose is to assist with the creative process and maintenance of your business. I do this by forming opportunities to communicate and collaborate with your followers and subscribers and other business owners. We use a wide range of networking tools and methods to achieve results. We assist in the ideas associated with social media marketing, building your marketing profile, creating your marketing strategy, building your financial profile for your business, and branding your product or merchandise. You may also determine what licenses are needed to operate your business, or if you're planning on owning a domain for yourself or buying into pre existing sites that host your page. We also assist by managing your website by selecting posts that create subscriptions, comments, and likes, or by generating comments on other individual business sites or pages that create a dialogue of conversation directed towards your page. We also like to help navigate through the thousands of companies asking you for money when there's free companies out there. It's just a matter of starting from the ground level or having pre existing funds to buy into something flashy. And it's a pleasure to meet you today, Keisha. Thanks for being on the podcast.
No problem. Thank you
Thanks,
for
Razak.
having me.
Thank you, Razak, for taking the time to explain a lot of what you're doing out there and helping other small businesses succeed. One of the things that I'm so happy about is obviously Keisha's here, and I really am just thrilled that she's taking this time. So, Keisha, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience out there?
Hi everyone. I am Keisha Calhoun. I am the owner of Fabulously Dressed Boutique. We are a plus size clothing brand that caters to the curvier woman.
Okay.
Well, I know it's a lot more than just dealing with the curves of the woman. Tell us a little bit more about that. What's the background and the journey behind this?
So my journey started actually because I have a daughter that has special needs, and I wanted to be able to find a job when she got like out of her school program, just to be able to be there with her more, because it's kind of hard finding someone to take care of your children when they don't talk or walk. Is you have it's a trust issue for me, so I wanted to find something that when she was able to get out of her school, I could be at home more and be with her. And we can just do this together. Even if I was to open up a brick and mortar, she would still be able to be with me because, I consider it to be our space. So I just wanted it to start just to be more there and present with her, and just for us to spend time together. And then that way, and I do have a son also. It also gave me more leverage just to be able to go to his sporting events and stuff like that. So I started it just really for my daughter, but just for family, period.
Okay.
That's a powerful thing, because when we're talking about family and you're talking about the ability to want to spend more time with them, that is a blessing because a lot of people are not able to do that. And talking about having a disabled child in a way where you being there is important, and the success of her, seeing and having the ability to have strength to know that, oh, mom's there, and she's giving me strength, she's showing me that I can as well, by her being around you at work, or you're looking to the future of having a brick and mortar where she'll be able to do that and be with you too. you know um I had another question, but I'd like to ask you this. When you're with your daughter and you're doing these things in your business, do you find yourself being tired or weak, or how do you get the strength to be able to do all of that at the same time?
I mean, for me, it's just I'm really like I live in California, but I'm a Detroit girl by heart. So I have that hustle mentality, and it's like I'm not gonna sleep until I get this, I get what I need to get done. I'm going to get it by all means necessary, and that's just how I was raised. You have to be persistent in things that you want in life and you want to do, and that's just my goal, is just to always just to be persistent. And even when someone tells you no, get the right answer. I am tired a lot of the times, but I can't tell her that I'm tired because she needs me. So to me, I really don't have that option. And even for my son, I have to be able to make sure I fit him into the equation, and then spend time with him also, just so he doesn't feel the neglected. Like even this week, I'm taking him with his friends. So it's like I have to juggle, but I can't tell my kids that I'm tired. I have to be there, and I have to show them that persistence will get you things that you want.
Right.
I love that. I love that. I love the fact that you took the time to really let our audience know that that's an important part of your mentality. But one of the things to change this up a little bit is what's unique about you. What are those things out there nobody knows about Keisha? Why is it that they just wonder? I wonder. I wonder. Can you tell them something they can just be quiet about right now?
What's unique about me, or I guess I could say it's unique, is that I really don't like to be the face of my brand. Like I was very kind of like shy, like no, you know it's not gonna work. I would get other friends to do it, like take pictures and stuff for me. But then it was like other people or other friends just motivated me to, like, girl, you just need to do it yourself, because if you sit there and wait for other people to do it, then stuff won't get done. So I had to be on other people's time in order to get like my pictures and all that stuff done. So I just decided to step out of my own self and put myself in the face of my brand. And that's something that I people don't know that I never really wanted to do. Like I prefer somebody else do it, but and I'm very like I'm a critic of myself. So I just had to step out and do it. Once again, persistence. I just had to do what I had to do to make it work.
That's right.
Man, that is. I'm going to go into that later, but I really think that that is such a statement that small entrepreneurs feel. But Razak, why don't you go ahead on and take it from there and see if you have any questions that you can lead into this?
Man, well, you said a lot right there. You said a lot right there. I like the fact that you are making time and you're balancing the two kids right there. That is that's powerful right there because you know I know in a lot of housing situations, a lot of the mothers and stuff, you're doing the most, and it almost sounds like you're taking on all the roles, you know, that of being a mentor, or being a guide. You got to guide them through life, and you have a child with a disability that goes into a lot of attention, and you're saying that you had to do that with the other child too. So that's commendable. That's commendable. And what I would like to know is that you know when you okay, you said how, you know, you was trying to spend more time, but how did your earlier life experiences shape your aspirations and career choices? I mean, I know you wanted to do the more curvier fashion for women, but what actually entailed made you want to decide to get into clothing?
Um, what made me want to get into clothing is because when you go to the store, like if you go to certain stores, for curvier women, I feel like it should be as far as fabric wise. The fabric for me is not it doesn't look good sometimes, you know, and at first I wanted to, and not like I may still do it. I wanted to just become a fashion designer altogether and like sew my own things. And I'm just recently learning how to sew again. And the lady that was teaching me how to sew right now, she was like, "Oh God, you really got it. It's easy for you." And I said, "I think that it is easy for me, but." Why I wanted to do plus size is because sometimes stuff just doesn't look good, and it's they give us like sometimes a cheaper fabric of clothing and stuff like that, and I wanted to be able to give women the fabric that feels good on their skin and looks good on their skin. So when I choose clothes like accordingly. Like if I don't think that it looks good, then I'll send it back, or if I don't think that the fabric is appropriate, then I'll send it back. I want to be able for us to look good and be confident in what we're wearing, in the style, and for us to for people to see us and like, oh wow, she's like put together good, you know, like even though I'm a curvier girl, my friends will always be like, oh, I already know that when she's coming, you know, she's coming fly, you know, and her stuff is going to be put together. And I want everyone to feel like that. I want them to the material to look good, it fit their body good. You don't have to see, you know, the little nooks and crannies, you know, just make it look real nice. And that was the reason why I did start my brand.
Okay, okay. So that's nice. That's nice. Um, so were there challenges or setbacks that in hindsight played a crucial role in your personal development during
Mhm.
because you I'm pretty sure you had to get mentally prepared to get into business, to take care of the child, and take care of your son, and then
Yeah.
put all that working for somebody else on to the side, and then focus on your business. So, were there challenges and setbacks that you can tell us about?
Yeah, I have a setback every day. It's probably something. You know, a setback even with just like maybe dealing with my daughter or son that day, or for me it's just like life really be life, and for me, so I have to make sure everything is in a row before I just start, you know, doing stuff. But the setback was like I really started my business years ago, but I really didn't start my business till 2020, so I can put it like that. So I really started my business probably like in 2016, but I because I was working too, um, I really didn't put too much in it. I was just like someone would say, "Oh, can you I need an outfit to wear to this event or whatever," and then I would go find it for them. And then I was like, "Okay, let me just do a website, and I had the website for like 4 years, and I would just put stuff on there occasionally, but not really focusing it on it until like 2020, till like COVID hit. And then even though I was still working, but I was still like more focused because then everybody had to buy stuff. They weren't going to the mall. They were buying stuff online. So that's when I was really able to get myself out there more. So my setback was really me, honestly, too. Just not I just wasn't focused until around 2020.
Okay. Okay. You know what I'm thinking of is when you're saying these things. I started writing this stuff down. So it's like you're promoting to be when you go to these stores and you don't see something that actually is your size or there's your figure. It's not a form fitting. It's kind of like it's either too big to this, or it's not your look you wanted. So I'm thinking that your business is touching along the lines of like body. You got to be body conscious, and you want when you go shopping, you don't want to have to always be thinking about how this is going to look, other than it's going to look good on you, and wearing something good, because I mean, anybody who gets up and goes outside, I mean, they want to feel confident in what they have on. They want to have their it's like affects their self esteem too, the way they look.
Right.
So I could see that going on. So could you share a particular moment, and when I'm talking about this moment right here, that's a turning point in your life, and I'm talking about the clothes that you decided to get. Like, where did your fashion sense come about? How did you come about knowing what to get? You know what I mean, or knowing how to present them in such a way that made it into a business.
I think that I can't even think of the word, y'all. But I think that my fashion sense came from me being from Detroit. At the time, Detroit was like a fashion capital, from where I was. It was the fly clothes, it was the colored clothes, it was, it was like everything was like you had to be okay. I'm gonna put it like this. If you, like, for me at the time, if you lived in Detroit and you walked out of the house like not a certain look, then people would be like, oh, she doing bad. But I think that I just got like my style from there, and like being I was always stylish. My dad is stylish. Like, if you know him, then like he has the best suits, Italian ties, just everything. So I got my fashion sense from growing up in Detroit, and everybody in Detroit was like furs and mink hats and mink coats. And if you go anywhere in the world, they know you from Detroit because the way you were stepping out. So that's how I got my fashion confidence, and just being able to figure out how to make someone else look nice also. So I was like, okay, if I feel confident in it, then people are telling me that I look good, then I'm just going off of what people are saying. And then my whole thing is just to make other people feel confident, other women feel confident with their body, with their shapes, because everybody is not a size 4. Some people have bigger hips than others. So it's all about dressing for your body and your body type. And I've been a person that's always been able to do that, and always had confidence. If I didn't have confidence in anything else, I had a confidence in the way that my clothes looked.
Right, right. I like that. I like that. That's
Me
that's
too. I
that's a
like
true
that.
statement. That's a true statement too. So
Yeah.
okay, so with that, what activities or hobbies bring you the most joy and fulfillment outside of your professional life?
What brings me the most joy is traveling. I love water. Like, take me anywhere that has beautiful water, and I am there. I'm blessed to have some, family members that help me with my daughter, and they allow me time because sometimes when people have kids in general, and not even children that have special needs, they don't get time to themselves or even that self-care. And I'm very big on self-care because if I don't get self-care, then I'm just not going to be right. I am big on, let me get 10 minutes, or even let me get 45 minutes to go get the $45 massage down the street, or um that makes me happy, so I can regroup and bring myself back. But my hobby and what I like to do is I like anything that has to do with water.
Anything to do with water.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
you know what?
I like
That's a
how you
good
just said
thing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I, you know, I, I was gonna say, when you just said that, I like how you just said that because when I was growing up, and the family assisted with letting my mom have her little time. So I used to stay with my auntie, my grandma, my cousins, everybody. I used to like, man, what you don't want me or something? What's going on? You had that type of feeling, but it's like, okay, well, look, you gotta go know them. You gotta go over here. And at the same time, because I've been in all these little sports, I've been through the gauntlet of sports and stuff like that, and and it was just the time that she needed, in developing herself at the same time, because
Hmm.
this next little question was about how to balance your work life and your personal interests and passions, but you're balancing them by having the family assist you, and having time to yourself, so you do kind of get away, and you may need some time to reflect and think and recharge, so I could see
Yeah.
that happening right there. Um so the next thing would be like, what was one of the most challenging situations you have faced, and how did you navigate through it? And that could be
Hmm.
a challenging situation where you was taking care of your child, or was it a challenging situation that it was a combination of taking care of the children and being a mother, as far as being a business owner?
um I think my most challenging situation right now is being an only child, right?
Mm,
So you have parents that are getting older, and my grandmother is 95, and my mother takes care of her in Michigan, and not being able to help as much because my mom, she's not the only child, but my uncle passed away, and then it's really only my cousin and my uncle's wife. So my uncle passed away about 20 years ago. So the challenging part for me is not being there as much to help my mother with my grandmother, and just going back. That's like 3,000 miles away. So from here to Detroit, when she needs me, and she's not too computer savvy, but she tries, so me having to do help her with business stuff from here. And like when they had a big snowstorm a couple of months ago, about a month or a half ago, just like ordering stuff online for them just to make sure, so they don't have to go, out the house or whatever, um, just to get stuff. So that to me is like the my challenge now. Like an older challenge, for me, I just even my daughter, people would see it as a challenge, but if you see other children, my I feel like my daughter is not as bad as other children. Like, she doesn't have a trach, or she's not consistently in the hospital, she's not consistently sick. It, I feel blessed. I actually feel like my son is more work than my daughter, because my son, he has nothing wrong with him, but you have to, take them, make sure they have the friends, make sure they're well rounded, make sure you take them, like he's been a lot of places too on like trips. He has football, and me and my daughter, we could just, she's just happy if I lay in the bed and watch Tyler Perry with her all day. But my son, you have to show him life, you know and I feel like that's the difference. Like that's like something that I deal with, because I want to make sure that he has the best, but also I have to be there for her. So that's just one of my challenges, but I don't really see my daughter as being a challenge. I feel like my son is a challenge because I have to spend more time with him, and homework and stuff like that. I didn't have homework with my daughter, and I'm not good at math, so I'll be like, you need a tutor.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Not being in school like they're in school right now. You know, a lot of that stuff leaves you. I know that much. You know, you
Hmm.
find out you don't really need the geometry, trigonometry, and all those super fancy things just to get through life. You know, what I mean, it's just something that they throw at you. You know. Okay, so those are the challenging situations. Can you share a moment of triumph or success that stands out as a significant accomplishment?
I think every day I wake up is a success because I feel like my life is very like, so I feel like every day I wake up, every day I get out of bed, every day God blesses me with anything. Just waking up in the morning is a triumph for me. I'm blessed for every day. I'm blessed for every no. I'm blessed for every yes. So I, my triumph is every day for me, just making it every day because it's a lot. And I do take care of my dad also, who has kidney failure. So every day for me is a triumph that I put my head on the pillow at night and I wake up in the morning.
You know,
Praise God for that.
yeah, and you just hit us with another one. So you have a lot of strength. I mean, it's. I mean, I can imagine faith and praying plays a part. You know,
Mhm.
but what I want to ask you is with all that you're doing right now. You know, they say it
Mhm.
comes from somewhere. You know, it's is if you're drawing it from the heavens, you know what I mean, or from people that pass away, or your friends, or something like. So who are the individuals you look up to as role models, and and how have they influenced your values and mindset to keep going like you're going right now?
Um, I would say my mom. Um, I would just say my parents. Definitely my mom. They're not together, but my dad lives here with me, and my dad has like a history, right? And to this day, he's like 76 now. He never stops fighting. So if you tell him no, he's gonna do it, over. Like he's trying to get his life story into the pictures, right? Into movies. And
Okay.
it will be like one person say no, then he'll go to the next person. One person say no, then he'll go to the next person. And then my mom, like my mom is a get it by all means necessary. Like she gonna get it, you gonna have it. And I've always had everything that I wanted, or even everything that I needed from my mother and my father. So I think that's where I get it from. It's like my dad has like other children, but with me, I'm here and they're all in different states. So me, I don't have a choice, but I don't look down at it. It's just like every day I just have to do what I have to do. And I definitely get my strength from them. I really, with my dad living here and him trying to get the stuff that he's trying to get off the ground, he's really, that man is persistent. I mean, it'll be like 20 no's, but he gonna still keep on trying, because he's had other friends who has gotten their stories putting out there, so he wants his story put out there too.
Okay, well, let's extend a welcoming hand from the
I
KF
knew that
and
was
JF
coming.
podcast, and he can get his story out on our
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
yeah.
can tell it however he wants to tell it.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Unscripted,
Yeah,
uncut, raw. He can tell it here.
yeah,
Let me
Yeah,
just throw that out.
it's a raw story.
yeah, yeah,
You know how Detroit
yeah.
is. It's a raw
Oh
story.
yeah. Well, that's important too.
Yeah, you can
That's
definitely
important.
Google my dad and see the whole story.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll look into that. You know what I mean? Or you can always introduce us later on. Um.
Yeah.
So, man, my voice. Okay. So, are there specific daily habits or routines that you believe contribute to your productivity and your well-being?
Um, my number one routine, like I said before, is self-care, but I do write in a journal. I write in a journal, and I thank God every day. I wake up thanking him, I go to sleep thanking him. Um, I write down like affirmations. I write down things that I want to accomplish. Um, it's it's just like everything that I do is I definitely give thanks to God. It's like I could just be walking and I'd be like, "Oh, thank you, God." I don't take nothing lightly. I'm grateful for everything. Um, I just let him know that every day I'm grateful, because I definitely don't have to be in a situation um that I'm in and have a house and everything like that. I don't have to, have it. I God give me everything, and I'm literally grateful for it every day.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I like that. I like that. I like hearing that. I don't know what's going on with my voice. Let me see. So you said you have things that you like to do. So that leads to this question right here.
Okay.
Somebody had called it a wish list. Do you have a bucket list, or do you have these things that you want to do? These goals are you excited about, or have you accomplished any of them so far? Is it that you can tell us about what they are?
Okay, so one of my bucket list items was to go to the Maldives, and I went to the Maldives. Um, Another bucket list, my bucket list is all about travel. It's weird, but it's really all about travel. It's about I want to go to Greece, and I think I'm gonna go there next year. I'm going somewhere. This year is my big birthday, so I'll be going somewhere this year. Um but and also I should put this on my bucket list. Well, my other bucket list is that I started a nonprofit for my daughter. It's called Madison's Place. I still have not been able to get it up like I wanted to, but I'm working on it because I keep on. It's kind of like my business, how I started in the beginning. It's like, okay, we're gonna get to it. But and that particular thing on my bucket list is to really um, be able to help parents to get the opportunities that I have gotten, or even just some respite time, some downtime for them, because that is what's missing in the community of parents that have children with special needs. They don't get that downtime, and they are not as some people, when you have children with special needs, they just don't want to watch your kids, or they feel like it's too much of responsibility, or either they're scared. So I want to, that's definitely on my bucket list for the next couple of years, is to really, really get that started and get it to where it needs to be so I can help people.
Okay. Okay. So you go ahead, plug that back in. What was it called?
It's called Madison's Place. It's a nonprofit. And what it is my goal is to help parents get respite time for themselves, even if it's like uh they we're here in one room, but they get massages in the other room. Or if we're here, if I say we're going to be at this location, we're going to watch the kids for you for like 2 hours and have art activity or any something like that, something for them to do. Or even if they're more higher learning, maybe do like food classes or something like that, and then just give them a few hours away for themselves. And I really want to be able to get like a couple of friends I know, they own what do you call it, nail shops, be able to have them to come in and have get pedicures and stuff, and my organization pay them to just get some rest, or just to get some let me decompress for a minute. So that's my main one of my goals that I'm really trying to accomplish.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. That's very important. It's always important to it. And I'm kind of like, I'm in like like in awe of all the things that you're doing right now. That's very very significant role that you're playing in trying to get a fund for your special needs children. And it's not only for yourself, it's for everybody else too. That shows a lot of compassion, that's for other people's, and empathy for what they could be going through, because you're going through it right now. um
Yeah.
so that this before I pass it back on to Keith, let me ask you, there was a young lady we had interviewed, and she had different little things that she was gathering information from. So let me ask you this: is there any specific books that you have made a profound impact on your perspective or outlook on life? And if so, if you maybe or maybe not, and I want to know also, with that question, I'm trying to compile all this together. You know, what do you do to relax, like music wise, or something, like, you was mentioning, your downtime. What do you do in the downtime, as far as like music, or just relax or something? You know what I mean? Like, do you have a cultural preference influencing your creativity or decision making in your professional life?
What I do on my downtime is I might go to the spa. Um, we have a lot of order. I'm in like closer by Temecula, California, so I will go to like the wineries with friends, just relax, enjoy the outside, look at the mountains. Um, I would do something like that, just to relax and enjoy, joy times with friends and family and stuff like that. That's what I do to relax on my downtime. Um, Also, my downtime too is just watching crazy movies too with my daughter. She likes to watch like old movies or anything that's Tyler Perry. It makes her laugh, and it makes everybody laugh because her laugh is so infectious. And then you asked me another question. Can you ask me that again? I forgot what you said.
Just about books of influence.
Oh, books. I like Louise Hay, and usually I look at books on. I listen to books. I like to listen to books. Um, Sarah Jakes. I went to her conference last year and loved it. I bought my ticket in the parking lot for this year. Her book, her first, I believe it's her first book, and it's her book. It's a book about her life and how, gosh, I wish I could tell you the name of it, but it's a book about her life and how she wasn't the average like PK kid or whatever the average PK kid was. She was pregnant, young. Um, it was just a very inspirational book because you would never think the stuff that she's been through and where she is now. From, I think she said she worked in a strip club. She stopped talking to her parents because she didn't want them to know that what kind of relationship she was in. It was just, she was just doing things that was just all bad for her life. But where she is now and how she made a way and how God has blessed her. Now I love her. And Louise Hay, her books is are her books are more like affirmations, positive. Um, and it's another book that I read. Like I feel like everybody should read this book because it's crazy. But it really the book it was written I think in like the 20s or something like that. It's called Outwitting the Devil.
Mm.
Whoa, that book is super deep. And it really talks about the times that we're in right now in the schools and how the devil is influencing our kids and it's you guys will really have to get it's really a good book. I mean, I gave it to my mother. My mother has read that book 3 times because she's an avid reader. She's read that book 3 times. It's that good. So
Wow.
I always tell people to get that book and read it. It's really good.
Okay. Well, let me give you this last one.
Hmm.
Before we pass it to Keith right here. So I'm trying to word this right. Let me see. How do your cultural preferences influence your creativity or decision making in your professional life?
Mm.
Like your business is about empowering women of color. How
Yes.
does those preferences influence your creativity?
They influence me because I am a woman of color, and I want to see all my sisters win, and I want to see all my people win, and I want to see all my people being the best they can be, living their best life, making good decisions, um, you know, building generational wealth. So everything that I do is I do it for my children to be able to have something or to know that not even that I tried, but I succeeded in whatever with helping anybody. But more so just to help my people be confident and positive and uplifting and everything I do is just based off of helping us. We are fabulous, so just making us be great, even greater, I should say, making us be even greater.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Mhm.
Keith.
Yeah, I really, enjoyed listening to you guys' conversation and sitting back. And I have some questions that I want to ask. And I think that first, though, I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of what you're doing. I'm proud of how you're taking care of your family. I'm proud to see you standing up as a black woman and showing that you have that strength and power. That, a lot of people, um, they see sometimes the black woman as mean and all of this, and they got this stereotype. But when we listen to you and we listen to what you're doing and how you're taking care of your family, it's showing the strength and why you got to watch out for us, because we can do anything. Our women can do anything. Our culture can do anything. We have so much that is untouched that the world doesn't even know. That's why uplifting small black businesses is so important, because we need to show, because all of them are different. All of them have different ways of coming at the business, different issues that bring them to their place of business. So all of those things are important. So I'm absolutely proud of you. And one of the things that you said that were where I'm going to go back a little bit is that because I relate to it, is when you talk about being the face of your brand. One of the things that I've learned is that I've had that problem. I had a restaurant years ago, and I didn't want to go out and see the people that was eating the food because I was so scared to be in front. I didn't want to be in front of the business. I wanted to be in the back. I would tell you guys, go check out there and see how their food doing. So my question in that area is, you said you kind of worked through that, but what was the real reason why that feared you? What was the part of it that was fearful? Was it just the fact of somebody recognizing you, or it's just the fact that you thought you had flaws or something about you that you couldn't, you were afraid to let people see?
hmm So I would say more so that I thought that I had flaws, right? And so growing up, my mother was like, you know how sometimes mothers and daughters, this is always this thing with mothers and daughters. And my mother was very like hardcore, like um uh just she was the typical, I think, black mother almost. And sometimes I think that stuff that I wouldn't do was good enough, because I was the only daughter. I mean, I was the only child for my mother. My dad has other children. But I was the only one from her. And I felt like when I look back at it, I see my mother and my grandmother's relationship, right? And then I see my mother and my relationship from a kid's point of view as me being a kid. And then now I understand, the relationship. So um we have a better relationship now, but I feel as though I just didn't think what I was doing or how I presented would be good enough. And it actually was, but it's just my own like shrinking myself down. And it took me a lot of time to get to the place where I'm like, okay, girl, let me just go take these pictures and then, they will like them. It took me a lot of time to get there as far as like self-esteem because, back when we were raised, it would be like, oh, kids just sit in the corner, don't say nothing, stay in the kid's place and stuff like that. And I believe that sometimes those things can mess with your self-esteem as you get older, for me at least. Um, and so I just felt like I'm more so of a background kind of person. I'm like the Olivia Pope of the background. I'm gonna help you in the background, but I really don't want to be in the front. So I just had to get the more confidence. I was confident in my dress and all that other kind of stuff, but mentally, my confidence in putting myself out there. I think that was more so my issue. So I think it was like a childhood issue.
Well, you say something very powerful because, one of the theories, or not theory, one of the things about this podcast is being real, being honest, and being authentic. And I think that when we talk about the family of, like our mothers, and when we talk about the upbringing that we have as kids, when you say kids were supposed to sit back in the corner, they were supposed to be quiet, they're supposed to do that. Yes, I've been through that. And one of the things that I've learned, because I got two sisters, and the pressure of your parents, letting you know that you can succeed. This is okay for you to do this. And we didn't have that because our parents sometimes didn't give us that ability to say, Mom, I want to do this and I can do this. Go sit your butt down somewhere. You ain't gonna be able to do it. They ain't got no money
Mhm,
for that, whatever it is.
mhm,
And it's just a cultural thing. We have in the black community, we know that our going back to history, we had some parents in a lot of situations where we wasn't able to break through that. It was only when we got confidence and when we got the ability to say, you know what, I think I can. So we had that battle with our parents. And sometimes, and what I've noticed and seen over the years, is that people break off from their parents, or their parents let them go and do it, and then when they start doing it, the parents jump on and say, "Oh, girl, you're doing a good job," or your son, I like
mhm,
what you're doing. And they jump in on the bandwagon. You be like, "You wasn't jumping on the bandwagon, Mom, when I was trying to do this." And I have that, and that's just the culture we were raised in. But that is what builds the strength in our women and our men
mhm,
that has not been touched on, because we have this um, gift that has not been touched, and that is the gift of I can. And so when you're talking about that, that's just it's nothing new to that. If we all want to be honest about it, ain't nothing new to your mama telling you, or all of us going through something in our lives where we were shy, or maybe we wasn't given that opportunity through just the way that they were raised, or where they were how it was for them. It just goes back. So the new generation, and one of the things about uplifting the new community, the community is your daughter gets to see you, your son gets to see you. And so now we breaking down those barriers that I can't. And not as I can. Look at my mom, she's out there, she's taking care of me, she's sending me to school, she's taking me, she's working, she's running the business. Well, I can do this too, I can do this. So that is powerful. And I think I may have taken a little time on that because I know it, I've seen it, and I'm old
Mhm.
enough to talk to my mother about it right now. She's
Right.
81 years old. I'll be telling her about it. And my dad is gone, so he wasn't around. So, but what I like to
Mhm.
ask you a little bit about, is the clothing that we're talking about here. Is your clothing what you consider an affordable style, or basically you have it as a high end style, or are you trying to make that balance where you can get the regular girl that you may know that's coming up through a family that doesn't have the money to maybe able to buy some of the clothes, but have a figure that is she wants to still be able to enjoy, and be able to show that she has the ability to look nice. How do your product fit in those categories?
I consider my products to be affordable. Um, a lot of people that I've seen have clothing, I see that they like to they want to gouge people. I don't really want to do that. I just want you to feel comfortable, sexy, cute, all the above, confident, and be able to do it for a good price, you know. I don't want to because I'm more so of an online business, I don't have a lot of overhead. I prefer to pass the discounts on to my customers instead of just trying to I am trying to make a living, but I'm not trying to make nobody broke, you know. So and I want you to return. I feel like if you feel like somebody's getting over on you, then you're not going to be a return shopper. And I want people to come back and know that they'll be able to get a good deal, look great, feel confident, and that probably makes them want to buy more, you know, because they know that they're getting a good deal. They know that they're getting their product on time. I pride myself on customer service. So you know, I would hope that my customers feel like they can just like, you know, if something's wrong, get in contact with me and I'm gonna, you know, try to remedy the issue. You know, so I really am affordable brand.
Nice.
I'm glad of that. I was, one of the things my wife was I mean, I love my wife. My wife had she had that body that I remember. If you remember this clothing place called Lane Bryant, I don't know if it's still out there.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Lane
it's still
Bryant.
out
That's
there.
what I used to go. I would take my wife there because she said, "Ain't nothing fitting in me in here. I can't find nothing I want in this damn place. It's all the same kind of clothing." I said, "Babe, but what about this? And what about that?" She said, uh, I don't know. We got to go somewhere else." I said, "Well, hey, this is for plus size. Lane Bryant was for plus size." So
Right.
she would go in there, and I said, "We just go to one in another neighborhood." So we would go to another Lane
Yeah.
Bryant, and she was like, "Oh, that's nice." I said, "But babe, this look good. It's V-neck, it's got all that stuff, and it's stretchy." And I was doing all of that stuff, and my wife was just like, "I didn't fit me. That don't look nice on me, anything like that." So, so
It's how you
I'm
feel.
so happy we're having this conversation because I've literally was in those. In those stores going, "Oh my God, I got to get out of here because my wife's about to tell these people they need to go bring some more clothes in here because these clothes ain't fitting right." So it's nice to see that you're doing that. One other thing that I have is I want to ask you about is you talked about the foundation that you would like to start, and I want to extend my hand in that. And when you get to that point, or that you want to promote it or do anything like that, let us know here at KF&JS Podcast, and we'll be more than happy to also be a part of whatever you need to bring that to fruition. Because one of the
Okay.
things that
Thank you so much.
we want to make sure that we do is give people opportunities to have a place to enjoy themselves, especially with my wife passed of cancer, and I know exactly what you're talking about by giving people the opportunity to say, you know what, they can still get their nails done, they can still get their hair done, they can still get that massage, even though they have this on both sides, whether they have an illness or whatnot, or whether or not they're the parent or the caretaker of that person. Those are the important things that help keep um, the family, and going, and help keep the patient or the family member that has a disability or sick, feel important, and don't feel as if they need to just sit there
Mhm.
because nobody thinks of them as normal in any way. They don't need to get their nails done. Why you need to get your nails done? You ain't going nowhere. No, because I need to get the nails done because that makes me feel good. Or I need to get my hair done because I want to
Mhm.
look pretty. I don't care if I ain't going nowhere. When I look in the mirror, it makes a difference to me. So I want to extend my hand out to you and letting you know
Thank
that
you so
we
much.
would do whatever we can to help you promote that, because I think it's important to do that. And the other last thing question I have before I kick it back over to Razak will be, when we talked about being well rounded with your son. I think when you were
Mhm.
talking about your son and you wanted to make sure that he understand that love is there for him, that your attentiveness there is for him as well. And I think that
Right.
that's an important thing to do. And that's why I say I'm proud of you, because being aware of that as a guy, being aware that mom knows that I have to be, I have little different things. Even though I love everybody in the family, I still be thinking about me. What about me? Why can't I? Is she gonna
Mhm.
take me here? Is she gonna get me new shoes? Or am I gonna, get a baseball hat? Or am I gonna be able to go to the game? Will she be able to go to the game too? All of those things that you are aware of as a parent shows that
Mhm.
you are on top of shit.
Mhm.
You're on top of
Yeah,
stuff, and that's something that
I
Mm-hmm.
try.
I am very, very, very proud of you
Thank you.
to be
I
doing
think
that.
that
So
kids
yeah,
need to
no, you're
be
doing more than try.
nurtured.
You're on top of.
I think that kids need to be nurtured
Go ahead.
individually, because you may have a girl who needs this much more time, but boys need their time too. And even if my kids, if nothing was wrong with both of my kids, I would take one kid for one day and do something with them, and one kid for one day, another day, because you need to be able to know what's going on in their life. You have to be able to have your individual time with them, to talk to them, to let them know that you're paying attention, to let them know, you need me for something? Do you need some time with me? Do you need, and I ask that my son all the time, because I did the 5 love languages test with my son. So I know that his love language is quality time. So he needs the quality time. So I do try to make myself available for him, or me and him will go get dinner. Um, him or his dad will go get dinner. We'll go on vacations, and stuff like that. I spend time with him, because imagine having a daughter that's disabled that really requires a lot of your time, and then he's left out. I don't want my son to feel left out. I want him to know that we was there for him. And anything that he needs, that we're going to be there for him. So we're there for him at the games, everything. Anything that he wants to do, and especially because he gets like all pretty much all A's. You got it for me. If you getting all A's, you got it for me. You wanna do something? Okay, I'm fine with it. So I truly believe that each kid, and even if you have 4 kids, I believe that each kid needs their day, for you to spend just that time with them, so they can have, to talk to you, because now these kids, they're different. They're a lot softer than we were. Um, back in the day. So if you don't talk to them, you're not gonna know. So I'm always asking my even my son questions like, "Oh, how was this day? Well, do you need this from me? I mean, is it something that you need to tell me?" Those are my questions to him all the time.
Okay.
Well, that's great. And I think that, like I said, that is the important part of being a parent. And you are showing that. And we here on KF&JF podcast is just so proud that you're able to let our listeners know, and the people that's going to watch this is going to see that. But right now, we're going to be back with Keisha, and we're going to show off those beautiful clothing that we've been talking about all this time. So look forward to that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. We're back with Keisha here, and I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to seeing all of these beautiful clothes that she's got lined up for us. So let's take a minute and take a look at her designs.
So number 11 would be your like out to dinner, you're out to dinner or like you're going to a fancy event paired with a nice pair of earrings, or even you could put it on with a chunky necklace. It will be totally up to you. It's off the shoulder. I had it in this picture off the shoulder, a little bit a lot, but you can put it if you want to be a little bit more reserved. You can just put it a little bit off the shoulder. It's just a black pleated. It has an overhang on the top, and it's belted. It's long. It's a maxi dress. So I would wear this as either a cocktail dress or like an event dress. So number eight, I would call number eight like your cute and sassy look, but yet you're cute and sassy and you're still comfortable. I paired that with a nice, like it's a thigh high boot, and it's super comfortable. It's like a snakeskin, black and white with a hint of gray print in it. Um, this one is just all around comfortable but cute. It's V-neck, it's short. So that's why it's like a short little mini, a little bit above the knee, but I did pair it with those like thigh high boots. So I think that one is super cute when you're trying to be sassy out with the girls like a little girls' night dress. I think that's would be appropriate. So I consider number seven a really cute date night dress, right? I paired it again with the thigh high shoes, boots. It's I think that it's super cute, sassy, giving you a little sex appeal with your man or whoever your dating life. I just put, a pair of black earrings with it and some black bangles. And I thought that it was, it's cute and sassy, and it's a little short, just giving them a little something, something. And yeah, I love that dress. It's super cute. Number 12, I would consider just like I'm going out to do some errands or I'm spending a day with the kids. Um, it's really comfortable, active jogging suit wear. Um, just cute with anything. Just put on some like little gold hoops. If you're into like the bangles or something like that, that'll be cute, and some sneakers. You can wear sneakers, or if you want to put some sandals on with this one, it's up to you. But it's cozy. It's really comfortable. You'll look cute. I love the chevron little accent print on it. It's great. And then this one comes in it actually comes in two other colors. So, yeah, this one is great active wear around the town. Get it, girl. I consider number five vacation wear. So if you're going to out on a vacation somewhere near the water, it's lightweight. The top is chiffon. It's sheer, see through. So I just paired it with the little top underneath. You could put You could, some people might wear with just like a bra underneath. It's up to you, but I consider it just like light and breezy. You can also just take the take the pants off and just wear it as a cover up if you want with your swimsuit. So, and you can just turn it into like a little beach wear if you want, or you can put the pants back on and just go to lunch in your resort or dinner in your resort. It's up to you. But I definitely would wear this as vacation wear. One, I absolutely love camouflage. So this is a camouflage kimono. It's a lightweight, kind of like, it almost is like a wool kind of material, but it's a little light, really lightweight, but it's light enough to keep you cool, but heavy enough to keep you warm. I love the stripes down the front. It makes it totally unique. I would just pair this. Even some people would pair it with a just like a one piece underneath. If you're feeling comfortable enough to wear a one piece, I actually just put a pair of sweatpants on and a tank. And actually, in this you can't see my shoes, but I had a pair of camouflage Vans actually. So I just put it on with some sneakers. But this one is totally up to you. You can dress it up, dress it down, put a black dress up under it. I feel like this one piece is definitely a statement piece. It's so cute. I actually had to keep one for myself, and I actually get a lot of compliments. Is I absolutely love, this is a cargo skirt. It's a cargo maxi skirt. It has the zipper in the front, so you can zip it a little bit further down, or you can leave it to where it is right now. It has like 4 different pockets. I paired that with a tank underneath it, and that sweater we also offer too. So that sweater is more so like a little boho chic sweater that has tassels. That sweater would actually look great with a pair of jeans also. So you can wear it anywhere. I say this one is also good for probably like a date night or a girls night out. I paired it with I matched it a little bit with the sweater, so it's the teal boots. Peep toe boots, and I just absolutely love this outfit. It's cute and comfortable, and it's definitely a head turner. This one right here, I love a wide leg jeans. I love the boho chic look. These are like a really wide leg jeans at the bottom, but it has the distressed around the knees and around the thighs. Super cute. And I just paired that one with a green Cancun sorry. It's a what is it? Cocoon sweater. Sorry, you guys. It's a green cocoon sweater. And I just put like a green, like a different color green top on with it just to match. But it's great for um just an everyday look. I would wear this every day because I have like several pairs of those jeans. But they're super cute, comfortable, stretchy, and that's what every woman is looking for right now. Just a stretchy pair of jeans that fit comfortable and cute. This one right here, I consider this to be another like vacation wear. Great for like a vacation dinner. I love the colors. This particular outfit comes in 2 separate colors. It comes in a green color also, but I feel like you can wear this either way. You can wear the pants by itself, or you can wear the top by itself. You could wear the top actually as a dress if that's what you wanted to do. You can also, this is good for like, even if you're on a cruise, I think this is like a good cruise outfit. It has the wide leg pants, um, and it's like the collar, so it's good for like dinner on a cruise, or even if you're on vacation and you guys are going to a nice little dinner with a pair of sandals or heels, however you want to do it. Usually when I'm on vacation, I want to be on vacation and I want to be comfortable, so this is definitely a comfortable outfit that I'm going to wear with some flats. So this is another one. It's pretty much similar to the snakeskin one that I had showed you guys. This is a like a cute little, it's called marigold, the color. The color is marigold um dress. It's a tiered dress, ruffled tiered dress. It has ruffles on the sleeves and like a little bit of ruffle on the bottom, but it's not too much noticeable. Um it's cute for like just a day out, date night, once again, date with friends. It's super comfortable, airy, um, just a every a good occasion dress. So I might wear that dress for Easter. You never know. So yes. Um So this right here, I really love this jumper. It is so cute. It actually you can actually adjust this jumper. So it comes adjustable. It's gathered in the front and it has a drawstring in the back where you can pull it tighter if you want it to be a little bit higher, or you can wear it lower. I paired it with a bodysuit, and this one is like wide leg. It has pockets and um uh it comes in black and burgundy. And then just I also carry that white bodysuit that gives a little something on the sleeves. It's a little puffed out sleeve. So that is super cute and different. It gives it like a little unique style. And I just paired it with a cute little necklace. This one I call it the brushed. It's like brushed, the brush dressed in different patterns, like a little wavy pattern on it. I love this dress. It is so comfortable. I put it on. I think it's great with a like a pair of heels. I matched it with a cute little hat. Um, and I think it'll be good if you have like a big chunky earring, depending on where you want to go. I mean, you could put it on with the hat and just wear it. You could even wear this dress to church, like new style church. You know, churches sometimes you don't have to dress up
Hmm.
super good. You can just put on a nice little dress. So it's a cute little church dress with a nice little pair of heels. And I just threw in the hat because I thought the whole look was really good together. This one is a cute little, I say like a brunch dress, right? It has like the little floral prints in it. It comes in two colors. It has the little like ruffled collar at the top, a little bit of ruffle around the sleeve area. But it's really like a cozy, cute throw on, and it's like a cute throw on dress, but you'll still be cute. You know, I call it a little bit like boho chic dress, and just pair it with the heel, or you can put a sandal with it. It's up to you, but I think it's a cute brunch dress. Here I'm giving you a little, I think like this one is like a little bit of you get the little African colors in it. So that's just it's like a short kimono. It's a great throw on. You could throw it on with some jeans, put it with a hat. I put it with just a pair of leggings because I feel like this is a cute little mom outfit. Okay, I'm still gonna be cute, but we're gonna get out this house real quick once you finish getting the kids dressed in the morning. So it's just like, okay, this is just gonna make my outfit look cute with some jeans and then just a necklace. Okay, you guys, let's go. Super simple, easy. Put it on leggings or jeans, like I said. And if you want to, just throw on some bracelets or something with it.
Okay. Keisha, can you tell me something? Let me know a little bit about the life lessons that you've learned over the course of you doing your business and your family that you could tell our audience about. Can you give them some tutorial on the life lesson of being Keisha?
The life lessons would just be for me, it's just like one day at a time. And then if you mess up, it's okay, because you have to go through trial and error. My business was really trial and error. It was just me trying and me trying to find somebody to help me do certain things like the website and all that stuff. So it's definitely been trial and error, and that's okay. You know, it's okay to go through something, because you have to go through something to get to where you want to be, period, in life. So even if your business goes through something, it still has to go through something to get to where you need it to be. So my thing has just been, it's okay if you mess up.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. Messing up. But have you messed up? Have you been, has it been a failure out there that you're like saying, "Oh my God, I messed up." I really like to see people be honest about the fact of, business is not always going to work, you know, like you plan, and sometimes you think you have it, all put together, and you mess up. So, has it been any of that in your work?
It has been mess ups, but I mean, if you think of it as, oh, if you think of it as a mess up instead of just like a trial, because regardless, if you mess up, you still have to learn, So I have messed up. It definitely is hard. I have wasted money where money didn't need to be wasted. I've wasted money with people that said that they were going to do certain things and they didn't. And that's when it comes to, you have to start learning how to do the things yourself, or it's everything is like pretty much on YouTube. Even if you're going to YouTube just to learn one little thing, you have to learn. You have to learn how to do it. So I don't really, some people may consider it to be like, oh, a trial or a tribulation. I just look at it as as learning. You're gonna mess up. Even as a kid you messed up, or even as an adult you mess up. So you just learn not to do that again. So it's just like, okay, let me figure out another way to move, or another way to do things. So I don't really look at it like that. I look like, okay, I did it wrong, let me figure out the right way to do it right.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's it. That's part of the entrepreneurial risk, right? We're out there with all this money we're putting out there, these opportunities. People are telling us, "Oh, try this, try this," and you try it, you put the money out there, and you don't get nothing, and maybe you get something, but it's not timely enough for you. There's a couple of questions I have left, but I want to ask this one when we're talking about, these mistakes and
Okay.
whatnot. How do you deal with like your friends and people that are out there that I guess they call them naysayers. They see what you're doing. They know you're in business, but when you talk to them and say, "Hey, you know what? If you can help me out, or help me for my business. If you know somebody, here's my card. Oh, girl, okay, I know you're in the business. I'll do what I can." So not everybody rides on the ship. You got people around you that are truly your supporters, and then you got people around you that just you have to just keep away so you can stay focused on moving the business forward. Have you ran into that?
Yeah, I feel like your friends will, like a lot of people say, they will never be one of your biggest supporters. You may have a couple that may be your biggest supporters, but I don't feel like, if you have friends that are naysayers about your business, then what else are they naysayers about you and the friendship? You know what I'm saying? So that comes, and I think learning that comes with age. So, but I even billionaires will say your friends will not be your biggest supporters, or maybe I have friends that don't fit plus size clothing, so they can't support me, but they can be there for me in other kind of ways. Or if I'm doing a pop-up, they can come sit with me, or even just check on, like, oh, how's everything going, you need my help with something. But majority of the time, me, because I'm just like I said, I'm more so a fixer of a situation. I don't I don't really ask people for help. So that's a negative that I've learned within myself, that if you need help, you definitely should ask for help. And then I just happen to find, friends later on also in life that have been great supporters, very knowledgeable, and want to see women win, or want to see minorities win, period. so they're willing to help you. And I feel like as you get older, you start to learn the difference between um different relationships and different friendships and people who are supporting you. And those are the people that you stick with. But if your friends can't fit what you're selling, then you can't be mad at that either.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, praise God on that. They ain't always gonna
Yeah.
ride. I'm saying it, and you got to know when to let them go and
Man.
keep it moving. Or sometimes you can still be friends, but I can't go to dinner with you tonight because I'm working on my project. I can't be where you want me to be because I have to be at this pop up I paid for it. I'm ready to get out there and put myself out there. And even though I'm shy, I can't be where you guys want me to be all the time. So and that's kind of sometimes you got to be strong enough to do that. Otherwise, you will just all get all in your feelings and be like, "Oh my God, my friend's mad at me." You be up all night long trying to figure out how you got to call your friend back. The heck with that. So, one of the other things that kind of piggybacks on that and makes that a little bit easy to deal with is when you're thinking about your legacy. When you're thinking about what you actually doing to leave for your kids and what you're building out there. And this is why you're doing all this in the first place. You're trying to leave something behind and build something. Talk a little bit about how you see your legacy.
I want my legacy to be that I was my authentic self. I did the best that I could do, that I love to help people. I wanted everybody to live their best life. Um, I wanted to let my kids know that their mom did everything that she could do to be successful, so that they know that they can also be successful. I want to just to show them how to do stuff with grace and to put God first with everything that they do, because that way if you put him first, nothing can go wrong, and what's for you is for you, and if it's not for you, that it's not. So my legacy is that I just wanted people to know that I lived my best life. I lived helping others. um I lived loving people, and that I did with the best that I could do. And in my vision, I just see me like jumping off the cliff into water, like free. I lived good.
And that's all we can do. That's really one of the things that makes our legacy, kind of stand. Something that it's a stamp, it's a foundation, is because you were authentic in who you were. And everybody will remember that. Everybody will know that. And they're going to pull from that everything that they possibly can to bring to them to show and carry forward. And that's all we can do. So I thank you for that. I'm going to kick it over to Razak, and he has some questions for you.
uh, so my question is, okay, well, okay, so we're taking a look at your clothes. We're learning that your origins is from Detroit, and so I'm wondering what is okay, well, not what is, but how do you stay informed about the trends, or does your, or maybe I should be asking, does is there a trend to how you pick your clothes, or put together your clothes? Is it entirely on you, or is it based on the season? Is it based on, you know what I mean, the occasion? How do you go about setting a trend, or a marketing? I guess that would be kind of like a marketing strategy for how you're advertising it.
Mhm. Um, we usually go by the seasons. For me, I feel like my clothes sell more like in the spring, in the summer. Those are like my biggest seasons, and I think when more people are out, they tend to buy more. During in the winter time, they generally don't. So my biggest season are those seasons, and I go by like what I see in the trends, like magazines, or usually they'll come out with the spring and summer trends early. Usually like right now they're into it's about the spring for us, so right now they're into the fall. So you usually know a little bit early because you get it a couple of months early. So you could tell what's going to be like the colors for the year and stuff like that. You could tell like this year they're bringing back more of like the limes, the vibrant colors, the more so like back in the day. Remember back in the day when they had like a little bit of more like neon colors? They're bringing like the bright colors and the bright patterns back for more so of this year. So you could kind of tell by uh when you go to the stores or look for your whatever you're purchasing for your customers, they usually have it there. So what's going to be the next trend?
Okay. Okay. Well, so with this,
Yes, sir.
uh, with everything you've told us so far, right? How did you navigate your career path and reach your current position? And what lessons have you learned along the way by doing so?
um So how I started my career path or how I learned my career path. I don't know. For me, this all started just as a fluke. It just started by me loving clothes. And then I was like, well, people will say, "Oh, you look nice in your clothes," or "Where did you get that?" Or "Oh, you always look so nice. Maybe you can help me find something to wear." Or whatever like that. That is basically how I started it. And where I want to go, um I'm just like open to where I want to go, even if I decide to open a brick and mortar. But I really feel like right now that would be if I could open a brick and mortar for the summer months or something like that, I feel like it would be really popular because people like to come in and try on clothes or stuff or something like that. But I really want to maybe put my clothing on like Amazon or something like that, or just get it out there more so for everybody to see. And then you asked me one more question. I can't remember.
Okay. Okay. Well, that leads right into this next question. We just talking about talking to people. So, how important is networking in your industry, and what strategies do you use to build and maintain professional relationships?
Networking is really important because even in the Black community, because I feel like a lot now where we are, Black people are really trying to support Black businesses. So I feel like networking is really important. Just getting out there, like I said before, sometimes I try to do pop-ups like 2 times a month, but I just don't do it in the Black community. I do it, I sometimes you have to fill out certain places of where you're doing business at. And so I just do it I do it all over, but networking is very important because sometimes you may need help with your business, or you may be able to barter certain services with someone that was out there that maybe they needed to know how to set up their Shopify, and maybe I learned how to do Shopify, and I'm like, okay, you can use this to set up your Shopify. I can help you with this, but maybe they know are good at marketing, and I'll be like, okay, can you show me how to market this particular this season, the spring season? What should I do for spring? How can I market the spring season? So it's very it's something that needs to happen. You need to know where to go for certain things. So like I went to a marketing event, and it was different people that did different things there, but some of their services I need. So it's good to get out there, go to different events, talk to different business owners, because you can work within your own community. And right now we need to work within our own community to make sure that we are economically stable.
Okay. All right. Now, in these last couple of we've been talking to a lot of we had a lot of interviews, and a lot of people have incorporated AI and all these different little technologies and stuff. So my question for you would be, what emerging technologies, if there is any, do you believe will be a game changer in the coming years for your business?
I actually like so Shopify now uses AI for your descriptions and stuff like that. I think it's really good because sometimes just trying to do your descriptions for an item can be like, oh my God, just constantly having your brain thinking. And if you have like over 200 items that you're posting, that's a lot. So AI has really helped with the titles, coming up with titles of like marketing. I do like chat. I like Chat GPT too because it gives me ideas of what I can say, and it makes it very easy. So I do like certain aspects of AI. AI helps me change the backgrounds on my pictures and stuff like that. Just to like sometimes I just want to change it to white or different like different settings, so that works also. So I do like some of the AI options.
All right, let me ask you this real quick. So in using the AI, now this is what I've been wondering. You kind of touched on it, but you didn't at the same time. How do you decide, or do you question how do you find, because when we went through your clothes, how do you find each one of these pieces for one, that as far as the pants or the thing, how do you find them, and then how do you match them together as far as an outfit, like me coming from different brands, or how do you go about locating which garments and stuff like that to put together to turn into an outfit?
So, California has the big, large, like fashion district. So, New York has a fashion district. California has a fashion district. I just usually go down there and um, look at different vendors and decide which items that I like from that particular vendor. I get the cards and then I, usually shop online, or they now, since I've been doing it for a while, they just send me all their like new arrivals, what they have new in stock and stuff like that. So once you start like you going down there, you look, and then you get to get a rapport with different vendors, then they started sending you stuff. And so then I just go and I'll just go down there and then I'll be like, oh, well, this one, because, like my style or whatever, I'll be like, oh, or not even my style too. My style is added, but like what I see out in different high end companies, how can I get the high end items for a lower price so I can give it to my customers at a lower price, and so we all win it. So I'll just piece those together like, oh, this would look cute with this, and it's just by visual, how I do it. And as far as using the AI, I feel like when you use AI for your descriptions and stuff like that, you could just put in keywords and then comes up with it comes up with a whole like different description, and then you could just edit it down to how you like it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like the way you said how you use that. I'm gonna kick it back to Keith and see how it goes. I know you probably got some questions, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you.
I'm really
That was
curious
very
about.
informative. Mm.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really curious about, because I know the Chat GPT thing. Is one of those things that everybody's learning how to use it because of the information you can get from it, and to help better describe what you want to do in all these different categories, from your business to the descriptions of what you want to use for describing your products and all these different things. So those things are important. So we shouldn't feel like we shouldn't take advantage of those new technologies that are coming out to help us better promote ourselves. So
Mhm.
that's a really good thing to do. And then one of the other things that I was thinking about is the people that are in your life right now, that you're dealing with out there, that's helping you to build your business. Is it mostly just you, or you really are working with other people that are helping you design a lot of the stuff that you're going on, you're putting out there? And like you were talking about the different fashion district, everybody knows in LA, the garment district and whatnot, they have a lot of different fabrics there. So, or do you go down there also to find clothing that's already made where you can get at a cheaper price to resell to your customers, and as well as finding good fabrics that you want to see made into your clothing? Do you do both of those things? Because you're saying you were learning how to sew now.
So right now I just do like pretty much like a resale situation. So I'll find items that I
Mm-hmm.
like with the fabrics that I like that they already are made already. But eventually I want to try to make, because I'm very like creative. So eventually I want to try to make clothing that I like in the fabric that I like, or what like a style that I've seen and put it together for a plus size woman. Eventually I would like to do that because some of the styles you see that are so cute, they don't make them for a plus size woman. So I would like to eventually like make it for us, or make it similar. It doesn't have to be the same, but make it similar for us. But you see, I already have a lot of stuff that I be trying to do.
Well, the thing that I'm gonna tell you about this is that the main part of this podcast, right, is that all of the different people that come on are in so many different places and areas, right? So when you're talking about having something made, we already got people that we know that will take your design and your fabric and make what you want so you can at least see it. So the part about the podcast is hooking people up with other people that are that maybe it's not in your wheelhouse. Maybe you're not the best sewer in the world. Maybe, but you know how to design. You know how to coordinate colors to where you know what you want to look from season, how you want things to look from season to season. So
Hmm.
there are people we know out here that is on this show that, hey, they, we will definitely
Yeah.
put them in contact with you to help you, make something that you want. And basically you're helping, whether they just do it for free or whether they just want to, give you a shirt or a blouse or pants or something that you've been thinking that, oh man, I like to see these colors and how it's done. Because we have people that are out there doing that. So I want you to know that this is a big part of the podcast, trying to network as well. So we will hook you up with a few names that we have and that are in making clothing and have their own product line where they're putting patterns together and doing that. So we will do that too. But one of the other questions I'd like to go ahead and ask you about is give us a little bit of insight on what you pull from the conversation and things that we've been talking about so far. What's one of the things that you can pass back to our listeners with a little wisdom?
The wisdom that I can give is that from you guys is that you guys are one in a million. Some people do not are not willing to like give or help within their own community, and you guys are definitely willing to help in this community that we need to build for our own economic stability, just to be able to help each other. Because and I find this to be really great because a lot of people just don't want to help each other, and even it can be something that's going to just be like a dollar's worth of information. Some people just don't. And I really appreciate that you guys are trying to help us all elevate, and just to help us try to get more comfortable with working together, and not everybody is in it for the wrong reasons. And you guys are really putting that out there.
Great. I mean, we appreciate that. We appreciate you taking the time to let us know a little bit about what it takes. What we're doing is a little bit of a commitment to, we both put ourselves in to try to make this work because everything is not about money most of the time. We try to feel like it is always, but sometimes it's about helping others because that comes later. Maybe if
Mhm.
you keep doing what you're doing and people like what you're doing, there are going to be things come to you that you're not going to be able to stop. So it's best that you stay focused on, the true part of what you want to do. And this is what we want to do because eventually, all these people that we bring on the show is going to be people that we're going to know. And when they succeed out there, they're going to hear this. Hey, hi, my name. I remember when you was down there on KF&JF
Yeah.
podcast, man. Do you got somebody you can get us on the show with? But it's just gonna be one of those things where that's how it works.
Yeah.
This is the business of being in business. But so that is one. But tell me a little bit about like some things that we have not talked about, some things that we have not allowed you to get out because we're just bombarding you with all these questions about your life and everything. But you want to get out to people about anything and about you and about your business. And then
Um.
also make sure you tell
Mhm.
us your the whole of you and all of that stuff.
Okay, so the things maybe that I want to tell you guys, because you guys have been really good with the questions, is that just what I want everybody to know is that what's important to me is self-care. And I believe that we are always in the hustle and bustle for money and to make the next dollar and to be like the Joneses, and which we really need to stop doing. But I feel like we really need to start taking care of our physical health, even like our physical health, our mental health. Even like when you were saying your wife had cancer, and I know that even if you were taking care of her, those days are your hard days. Some days were your hard days, but you could still take 5 to 10 minutes for yourself just to breathe. And those things are what's important to me for everybody is to really start taking care of yourself. Even if it's how you go get the foot massage for $25, those little 30 minutes really count on your mental, and also as far as my business is just I want to see how far I could take it in the next few years. Also for my nonprofit Madison's Place, I want to see once again how I can help others or parents who take care of children that don't get the necessary time to themselves. That's one of my big goals because it's a real problem for us because we have to take care of so many people and do so many things, and we hold a lot of stuff on our backs, even as parents. Uh, we just sometimes we need the 5-10 minute break. Really over that an hour at least,
That's
but
all right. I think that as long as you are out there putting forth your best, and then the same time, you caring about other people and wanting them to put forth their best through taking care of themselves mentally and being strong enough to do that for their family. And I think that that's a special kind of person, and you're that person. So, like I said before, we really can't tell you how much we appreciate you coming on to the KF&JF podcast. You don't know how much it means to us to have, someone like you and bringing the story that you have and the strength that you have for us to be able to bring it to our listeners to help to share the possibility, right? That the possibility of us all being able to be lifted up in some way through this story. So I thank you. I thank you so much for that. And then I really like to tell you once again, when you get ready to put your foundation together, when you get ready to figure out how you want to do that, reach out to us. You're going to have our information. You're going to be able to hear from us one way or the other. And we want to make sure that we have a helping hand in that. So with Razak, I'm going to kick it to him to have some closing words of his own.
Okay.
Well, I just appreciate you coming on the show, and for it's always our mission to uh, allow you guys vendors to small business owners, even if you're not in a vendor at one of the popular shops, even if he wasn't doing that, just a small business, well, even if he was in a corporate level, a black business or a minority business, people of color have, I think, have a different story to tell. They have a different path to take to success, and we're finding out through the podcast that we're giving a way to express that, and a lot of people don't understand, what it is to start a business. Now, I assume, I can only assume that, all these big name brands had some kind of, origin story or something, and they just took years maybe to get there. Maybe the right people wore their stuff, maybe the right word of mouth went around, and I think it's going to be even more of a reward for the KF&JF podcast to say that, one of you guys, if not hopefully, everybody, catapults to a higher status, a higher level, and your brand, actually becomes like, these other name brands that are, worldwide, what I mean, are well known, even a household name. And that's one of our goals, is to give you that advantage, over the ones who are not trying to do that, or maybe they just don't know how. And through the podcast, we like to, like, be the ladder. I called it that before, the ladder on your way up. This, we're trying to help you climb, and this is a way for us to give back. This is a way for us all to gain mentorship, to gain, and that's vice versa. I mean, we're gaining it and we're giving at the same time, and and sometimes we may receive more, or you may receive more, but at the same time, it's just all about community. It's all about helping, just as you said, and that is a rewarding feeling to know that we are able to help. And I'm just glad, every time we have a podcast, I'm just glad to meet somebody else who has a story to tell. I feel a connection through us all, not only because, of a race issue, but or a struggle issue, or, what I mean, because we're all from different areas. We all got different backgrounds. We all have different hurdles that we came across, but now here we are, and sometimes the path that we take may be a little harsh for somebody, may be more heartbreaking for others, what I mean? But it's all leading us. We're all trying to have the same goal, and that's to set a foundation for our families. What I mean? So in that, what I mean, I just have a lot of gratitude and sincere, what I mean, appreciation for everybody that comes on, and I thank you
Go
No,
for that.
for
thank
it.
you guys.
Go for it.
Thank you guys for the invite, and the audience can see all my fashions at Fabulously Dressed Boutique. They can find me on Instagram at fabulously dress underscore underscore, Facebook at Fabulously Dressed Boutique, and then TikTok on Fabulously Dress underscore underscore. So yeah, you find me there.
Hey, everybody. We're thanks to Keisha for coming on the show. This is one of those days where we're gonna be looking back on, and she's gonna be flying past us in a nice, beautiful dress or something that you're gonna be trying to follow to buy. We thank you so much for
Hmm.
coming on KF&JF podcast. You have a great, great day. We'll talk to you again soon, huh? Take
Thank
care.
you.
Okay, guys.